after the first day, and Rory had those 2 double bogeys and shot 72, it didn't look like it was going to be his to win. And yet then by the time we fast forward to yesterday, it was all set up for Rory versus Bryson. And it's crazy how at the conclusion of it, there was very little talk about what happened with Rory and Bryson, because Bryson just barfed all over himself and played poorly all day. Horrible. Whereas Rory, he cheated death 1,000 times in this deal. It was the craziest way to win. It was almost like, and his reaction at the end was the reaction of almost utter relief, right? That, it's so razor thin, right? When it comes down to a pitch or it comes down to a putt, that it's like everything, every narrative thing changes depending on. I swear to God, if he would have missed that putt after Rose missed the birdie putt in the playoff, it would have been the absolute. I can't fathom, because he already missed a 5-footer that could have lost him the Masters, that sent the thing to a playoff. And man, Jim Nantz was laying it on thick, and then it has to go to the playoff, and it's hey, this is why Nantz is the GOAT. If you think I'm out of store, I haven't even used my dad only had money for 1 token and 30 balls. You just wait.
Oh, man.
In Hollywood, Ireland. And his mom, who worked here, and his dad, who worked 100 hours a week. And Rory wanted to hit more balls, and he said, look, did you hear this? Were you watching this?
I was on the air.
That's a crazy story, though, bro.
No.
Dribble, off the rip.
No. This is all leading up to on 18. And I'm like, bro, after Nance lays this one out there, you have to freaking bait this
you
putt.
have to.
And then he didn't. But he had already used the quarter story, the token story.
Yeah.
The dad works 100 hours a week. The mom, works until, she has to, till her hands are, are not in good shape. And it's like
the calluses.
Yeah,
and
the calluses of her hands. And it's whoa.
Yeah.
And it's like, Rory, I only have 1 token. Stop. I only have 1 token for the ball machine. And so he put the token in, and he got 30 balls. And he said, son, I want you to hit every ball like it's to win the Masters. It's like, okay.
Come on, bro.
Okay, are we doing this?
Yeah.
And then he goes up and misses the putt. I was like, oh, shit.
Poor guy.
No. Oh, you already used the token story.
Yeah, what you gonna have to bounce back, bro?
A young boy in Hollywood, or Hollywood Golf Club or whatever it was in Northern Ireland. His caddy, who he met at the age of 7 on the putting green on the golf course. And it was like, bro, we are getting it all. And this dude, look, on 7, when he hit it through the trees, Roser and I were watching, and I was like, bro, 100 times out of 100, I'm hitting a branch on that.
Yeah, right.
And if he would have hit a friggin' branch, the whole world is like, what are you doing? Then he lays up on the par 5, and he's got 50 feet every different direction, and he dunks it in the water. Then even
My guy was choking,
hey,
bro.
then on 17, hits the shot of all shots, birdies it, 1-shot lead, goes into 18, powers a drive. No nerves. Just bam. Now he's got another wedge, and he hits it in the damn bunker.
Yep.
It's like, whoa, dude, are you really going to do this? You've got the lead. All you have to do is get on the green here. And then friggin' Nance is like, this bunker shot. Basically, he says it's 9 out of 10. It's 9 out of 10 that you get up and down from this bunker for a par.
Yeah.
And Rory hits it out of the bunker to 5 feet and then misses the 5-foot.
Dang, bro.
I'm like,
Yeah.
and so it was so weird because at the end of it, they said, Van Pelt said, when we were talking this morning, He said the only roar close to that he can remember was 19 when Tiger won, and
Yeah.
but that's the level.
He finally broke through.
But that's the level of roar.
Yeah.
And it's like, how many times do we talk about this, right? You're the guy that can't get it done until you get it
Until
done.
you get it done.
Right?
I mean, Nike
And
made
this
a
was
whole
his
ad
time.
about it. Shout out to Nike,
I
man.
bet winning him winning the Masters again will be a lot easier than it was the first time.
Well-
he had 5, 6, 7, 8. He parred. That was a 4-hole stretch that he
Right.
parred. Dude, the rest of that
Was a
round
mess.
was just
roller.
all over the place.
An absolute roller coaster, but it made for great TV.
It did.
I will say the photos I saw, like the photo of the image of, I guess it was 18.
18.
When everybody's kind of standing there, standing up, no
Yep.
phones, just watching the tournament. I thought that was super dope, bro.
When
Yes.
he
Like-
after the playoff hole, when he fell to his knees, it was
All the emotions.
You earned it, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Because he has dealt with it for 10 years.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw, did you see his press conference?
No.
He started off the press conference and he sat down and he was like, before we get started here, I just have a question for you guys. What are we going to talk about next year? Because it's been 10 years.
Is he gonna do it?
Is this the...
Yeah.
Because he hasn't won a major in that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he hasn't been able to get it done.
He's been one of the 5 best golfers in the world every year, and he hadn't won a major in 10
I know
years,
Rory
and he
McIlroy.
hadn't won the Masters at all.
And he's been in second place several times.
Yes, several
right?
times.
And so it was super cool to see that, and then all the emotion rush out of him yesterday, right? Like, it's something you could for sure feel happy about, even though he took us on like the most dramatic journey
Yes, he
ever
did.
at the end of that thing. Number 4, Rory. Now, like, look, there's 2 things here. Rory history. He completed the career Grand Slam.
Hey.
Which has been done. Tiger did it, right, with the Tiger Slam, where you hold all 4 majors. But I mean, this is not a common thing, bro. Like, the last time was like 1966.
How many guys on the
This
list?
was done. There's 6 guys total,
guys.
but I mean, like, they're all old. Like, it happened like forever ago, except for Tiger, right? Because here's the thing, and this is one of the things that Paul McGinley was really good about last night on the Golf Channel when I was watching. He was like, when you win all 4 of them test you in a different way, right? Like, some guys are made for this kind of golf, some guys are made for this kind of golf, some guys are made for this kind of golf. But if you can win all 4, you have completed, it's almost like the Infinity Stone, right?
Right.
Like, it is, you have passed every test as a professional golfer, right? To prove your greatness. Because you just don't win all 4 of these events, right? Like, somebody's gonna, like, there's some guys that, like, obviously they were better off for the Masters. There's some guys that were better off for the British Open. There's some guys that were better off for the U.S. Open and that kind of golf, or the PGA Championship. But he has completed all 4. And then the other thing is this. So not only did he complete the career Grand Slam by winning yesterday, because the Masters was the last of the 4, also, the next event, the next major, is at Quail Hollow in North Carolina. He's won like 4 or 5 times there.
Sheesh.
Like, that's his spot.
Yeah.
So immediately it all turned to, bro, could he win the Grand Slam this year? Like, literally the next major is Rory's place.
Yeah.
The other thing is, they didn't, like, you know, Justin Rose kind of came out of nowhere yesterday. Bryson DeChambeau threw up all over himself in that final round. And I was listening to somebody this morning, which I had totally forgotten about, and they were like, Scotty has not been that Scotty that, like, was like Tiger Woods-esque since the surgery. So that was interesting,
Yeah.
right? I forgot. You remember he had gotten,
He had
like a cooking accident,
Yeah.
and then he got surgery or whatever. And though he hasn't, like, because you watched him this weekend, and that was not the Scotty Scheffler that
No.
we have been used to, right?
No.
Like, he has just been, like, way better than everybody.
Yes.
And so it's going to be fun now to watch this thing play out. And being that the next major is a place where this guy has had, like, maybe his most success. Dude, what if like the floodgates just opened?
Yeah.
Like, it did feel like one of those where it's like, I finally got this done. Now we can just get to winning.
Yeah.
Because you can't imagine, like, the pressure.
Or
the pressure is, I mean,
Yeah,
at some
you've
point.
been-
I mean, he even said, and this is why he is, like, as self-aware as anybody we have. You know, he doubled one yesterday.
Yes.
He said in his press conference, I watched the whole press conference. he was like, I was so nervous.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like
and he was like, but it was almost like after I doubled one, then the nerves were like, it calmed me down. Weirdly.
Then how do you explain the rest of the round,
I know.
which was all over the place?
Was that the
He
equivalent?
plays like an absolute maniac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. Dude, no one has ever won the Masters with 4 double bogeys.
Nobody.
Good Lord.
Nobody.
Is that the equivalent to you think of like Chris Paul winning a championship? Like if you would have put it into like basketball terms.
Well, no, because he's actually won before.
Okay.
So
Like a Masters, like he had, like finally get over the big hump. Like when you put it in the basketball.
No, it's like a tennis. It's like a tennis player. A tennis player trying to do the Grand Slam. There's always
Yeah.
remember wasn't
There's
it
that
Federer?
one
it
that,
was
like, you
Federer,
can't get.
Wasn't it Federer or was it Pete Sampras? Like could never play on clay or something.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah,
French
I
Open,
actually
like
remember that.
like always was the one where it's like that's the hard
That's
one to
his
win.
nemesis.
Yeah, playing on clay. Yeah.
Well, and the other thing is Rory's had chances before.
Yeah.
And then just not gotten it done. And it's like, he's like one of the greatest golfers to ever walk the earth, but he doesn't have a green jacket. And like, that's the only thing he wanted. Mm-hmm. So to watch it all pour out yesterday. And now, who knows? You know what's crazy? They posted yesterday, they were like, most majors, like of the current guys. And they posted, he's 35. Rory's 35 years old. I feel like he is older. Doesn't it feel like
Yeah, I feel like he's been around for a long time.
I mean, he has been around forever.
Like a long time.
You want to know what's super crazy? So they posted, so now he needs to get to 6 to have the most of this, current generation, because Koepka has 5 as well. They're both at 5 now. He has the same amount of majors as Brooks Koepka, who has 5.
Yeah.
But they were putting up the list, and they had the list, and it was like Rory, 5 majors, 35 years old. And then it got down, and third on the list behind him and Koepka is Jordan Spieth.
Sheesh.
Dude, Jordan, it said on the, now again, I didn't go check this. On the screen, it said most majors under 40 or whatever it was, right? And it was like Rory McIlroy, 5. Brooks Koepka, 5. Jordan Spieth. And then it said 31. I was like, he's 31?
He's only 31 years old.
Wait,
That's what it said.
Jordan Spieth's only 31 years old?
Wow.
I'm like, he's not going to be Rory's age for 4 more years. Like, that's the new,
I feel like I've known about him for a long time.
that
too.
would be the greatest redemption.
Okay, he won Masters in 2015.
He just got all his stuff done young.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. I
Is
thought
he
was-
31 years
he's
old?
31 years old, yeah. He won the Masters in 2015, so that's what, 10 years ago?
But think about this. He is 4 years younger than Rory is right now. Like, that would be an amazing redemption story. If we ever look up and Spieth, got it back together
Yeah. I mean,
and did it at age 35.
he got a lot of time to do it.
He does. He got 4 more. I was like, when they put that up, I was like, what? He's 31.
He was the first male golfer since Jack Nicklaus in 1963 to win 3 majors before his 24th birthday. So he did all of his stuff young.
Yeah.
all of it.
All of his winning was when
That
he
is
was
so
super young.
crazy, though, to think about it. When you I don't think of Rory and Spieth having that great of a difference between their ages.
Yeah. But
it said he's 35 and Spieth is 31. I was like, he's 31? You got 4 more years till he's Rory's age?
that's a graduating class right there.
By the way, Pete Sampras never won the French Open.
Is that the one?
He never even made it to the finals.
Wow.
His semifinals in '96 was the best he ever did at the French
He's
Open.
one of the
So it'd
greatest
be
of
like
all
if
time.
Rory did all of this and then never won the Masters.
It just never got it.
Yeah.